yet again. They have the 2026 Africa Women's Cup of Nations WAFCON in sight after a convincing 3-1 victory over the Gambia in the first leg played here in Nairobi. The Beldin Odemba coach side now just has 90 minutes standing between them and a second AFCON appearance set for Morocco next year. We have that and much more in our elaborate coverage here on Sporty Monday. Kenya's towering son, the late Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga, continues to be eulogized far and wide as a champion of democracy and good governance. But beyond politics, Baba was at the heart of Kenya's sports development, ever present when the nation achieved its landmark sporting milestone, and always playing his part to see sports grow. Today, we dedicate a special segment in his honor. Swila's Short will explore how Kenya can best preserve and celebrate Raila Odinga's rich sporting legacy. You don't want to miss that. And joining us live in studio is Gor Mahia President Ambrose Dixon Rachir, who will share insights into Raila's unmatched football legacy and his lifelong passion for the game. Plus, we take you through all the weekend action from the Bundesliga and the English Premier League, the goals, the drama, and the standout performances. Welcome on board. I'm your host, Isaac Swila-Tijan, in good company of Jacob Isia, Steve Shitera, and Ziti Jimoy. And of course, Sporty Monday begins now. To the question of the day, as we say today, we pay homage to the icon Raila Odinga, and we are asking you, what do you think, what should be done rather, what should the sports sector do to honor the legacy of Raila Amolo Odinga? These are your thoughts. We want to hear from you. What should the sports sector do to honor the legacy of Raila Amolo Odinga? You can share your thoughts 22422. That's the SMS line. We're also on Facebook, where we've posted that question. You can interact with it. You can also X us at Citizen TV Kenya, at Isaac Swila, at Ziti Jimoy, at Jacob Isia, at Steve Shitera, and of course, we will be sampling some of them. Hashtag Sporty Monday. We keep the conversation going. But before we get into that, our top story. The Harambee Starlets are 90 minutes away from qualifying for their second AFCON after they beat the Gambia 3-1 in Nairobi last Friday. Let's take a look at how the girls scored those goals at the Nyayo National Stadium.
Anza nyuma Starlets. Wanafanya masara tayari kuongoza Kenya. Na pigwa ile. Fatuma Kante anaonyamazisha uwanja wa Nyayo, mtazamaji. Wanalima Jereka. Weka kwenye kamba wanalima. Namba 2 wanalima. Anawaambia hii tunaitaka. Penalty nzuri. Jiwa. Alafu Nancy kama kawaida. Fasila. Ile kupenyeza Fasila. Fasila. Uwanja nyumbani. Pike cha pili. Nyanyua uso wake. Akaachilia tobwa. Goalkeeper Amirata Daye. Kitu kinacheza nyuma yake. Fasila Adiamba Amadi. Ruth Ingosi. Inawekwa, anaingia, Opisa! Shalin, Opisa, yeye tu, na Mary Gomez, tazama, akaishusha chini, akaitambariza, yule kama inacheza. Kenya magoli matatu.
Wow, beautiful goals. When I was in my prime, those are kind of goals I used to score.
Ziti. Please support your argument with videos.
One of these fine days I'll silence you.
Please.
But let's begin at Nyayo.
Yeah.
Beautiful goals there by the Starlets.
Yeah. I was there live. I was watching the match live. I was there with Zisia, Becky, and with a lot of people watching the game, and the turnout was very good to come and support the girls at Nyayo Stadium. And first, we killed the game in the first half. The girls were in good spirit. The girls were, they wanted this win. And I know a lot of people will say that, of course, the president said he will give them something, but they really wanted this win. We really wanted to go back to the WAFCON, because it's almost 10 years after the first time we went there. It's almost 10 years.
Actually, it will be 10 years, because we were last in 2016.
Yes, 10 years now. So we really needed this win, and I just, I know, even now we are in Senegal. We're going to play with them in Senegal. We're playing tomorrow in the evening, and we know the girls are going to do us proud even in Senegal. And we don't want to go there like it's all, we have to have a draw. No, we have to beat them so that we have that. We know that we are going there as winners home and away. And I talked to the coach Beldin yesterday, and I told Beldin, lazima tufike AFCON. Lazima tufike AFCON. Yes.
And I know you don't want to be them, but today you look like a Mexican.
I'm a Mexican. I've changed.
You've changed, huh?
Yes, I'm a peacock.
You're proud as a peacock.
Proud as a peacock.
Okay. Jacob, let's go to the tactical formation. Beautiful goals, beautiful game. And, of course, just 90 minutes stand between us and the AFCON appearance. What are our chances tomorrow night when we face the Gambia and Senegal?
May I begin with congratulating the girls and the technical bench for really coming this far. We may not forget that along the way there was Tunisia, a team that is highly ranked compared with our Harambee Starlets. And before we reached here, then we can only see that something big has been happening. Then Gambia is not just a team that you joke with. You remember just a month ago, we had the Gambia national team, the men's team, and they came and spoiled our party that what we wanted to enjoy in Kasarani. We're not used to losing at home, Kasarani especially, when it comes to Harambee Stars. Even the big teams, Ghana, Nigeria, they know it's a very difficult place, but they beat us 3-1. When the girls came, then, of course, I had one of the ladies saying that we are going to avenge for the men's team, which they did well. And really, when you look at how Beldin, planned the match, you'll be amazed. I always say that Beldin is a coach who will never cease to amaze you, because she is very bold when it comes to changes, when she wants to do that. And I always say that when I saw the lineup, I said, I want to be surprised. Because I want to see what some of these new players are going to do. This being a very crucial match, and for sure they deliver. The likes of Pisa, I saw she was trusted with the starting as a centre forward, a new lady in this formation of this team, and she delivered. Many names, big names that somebody would have thought they would be starting. But when you win, you justify your selection. Now, Suila, it's sometimes difficult to talk about the game without talking about the politics of the game. Allow me to mention this. You remember when Kenya drew Tunisia at home, and before we went for the return match in Tunis, there was a lot of uproar about the place of the coach. And in fact, we discussed it here at length. We had almost information that she was almost getting fired. There were those rumors, and even some outlets reported that she had resigned. You remember?
Yes.
But I thank the President Hussein Mohamed and McDonald Mariga for sticking with the coach, because it would have been difficult for a new coach to come and settle in with only one match to go, the Gambia match, and then steady the ship. That's why we see what we are seeing today. We thank them because they stood their ground, they were patient enough, and now we can see the result. So tomorrow, you asked about tomorrow. When we talked to Beldin, she said that, Beldin naturally knows to play the second match better than the first match. That is what I've studied from her for a long time. When she plays for the first time, so she said that she has seen what they need to improve on, and she expects even a better match going to tomorrow. So Gambia will be playing in Senegal, and because they don't have a good stadium at home, but Senegal is almost similar to Gambia because it's like they are inside Senegal. It's not going
hot,
to,
by the way.
It's not going to be 100% home advantage like we had here. But like you said,
that match will be played in a yawning stadium.
Yes, and we're expecting that, like you mentioned, they are very aware that it's just 90 minutes and back again to AFCON, since David Ouma did that in 2016.
And Steve, I'll come to you. I believe you are in... you covered that first edition, if I'm not wrong, but basically you followed the girls' journey very, very closely alongside your ally, Becky. What's in store here, and what probably would you want to see Coach Belding do differently to tomorrow night?
I think what makes me happy is that we are continuing to celebrate Baba in all spheres. He loved football. And I'm 100% sure yesterday would have been at the stadium to cheer on the girls. And I think, and I'm happy, they have won it for him, just to make him happy. And clearly, I'm also happy that Belding has now one job to concentrate on after relinquishing her club football duties, to ensure that she settles properly with the Harambee Starlets. She's been doing very well. Of course, criticism have been there, but again, without criticism, you cannot know where you are going wrong. Without criticism, you cannot know what your challenges are. And she has come out to be a very, very strong woman in as far as football is concerned. And as I see her put it, she really faced a very tough assignment when she was taking the girls to Tunisia, and she reversed the results that we earlier had in Nairobi and qualified. They were surprised because it's not easy to go to Arab countries and come out with a win. And in my view, even as I say that we celebrate, look at how she has built the confidence in the girls who are playing local football in our local clubs, Vihiga United, Kenya Police, standing up to show the continent that we are the best in as far as girls football is concerned. The game has grown really well, and I really want to thank the president for coming in at this juncture to motivate the girls. I can tell you for free the results we are going to get in Gambia tomorrow. Everyone will be smiling because we will have qualified for WAFCON next year, and the girls, I'm 100% sure, going by what the junior team did by qualifying for World Cup and even bringing some good results from the Dominican Republic, we are going to register the very, very fast good results in WAFCON next year, and probably the very, very fast Kenyan team to qualify for the second out of the group stages, probably after Harambee Stars in Chan. I also want to congratulate another team that has done it well. I know we'll discuss it, but alongside Baba's celebration, Nairobi United qualified for the second round of the Confederation
Group
Cup.
stages.
Group
Yes,
stages.
the group stages. Yeah, that's
Just to add that, you see...
Hold that thought first of all. Okay. To give context, for those not in the know, WAFCON basically is AFCON.
Yes.
Yeah? AFCON ni ya wanaume, WAFCON ni ya wanawake.
Correct.
So our girls are going to AFCON ya wanawake, just to simplify it. And of course, Ziti, I think the president pumped in 5 million up front for that victory.
Yeah, 10
and
million.
a further 1 million to each player if they qualify for WAFCON.
Yes.
Which they will.
Which they will. And I love the motivation from the president. And I think it's, again, something that, again, it's pushing even the girls. Because even getting that money, I don't know if they have already been paid their allowances, by the way.
No, it will come. This is how the government works.
But,
you work, then it comes.
yes.
That's a good I didn't expect it from Swila, but...
Yes.
No,
but again, that is a very good
but again,
question. And I love the transition.
Give it to the government. Give it to the government. I have not heard any national team complaining of allowances, be it football, be it athletics, be it volleyball. So I think the president has put up proper management.
You know, Shtera, I know why Swila was very quick to,
you can make
to say what he said, because there is an issue there.
I just want to talk about the transition that we're seeing Beldin doing in the team, like bringing in these young players and transiting into the senior team. So there's something that I think we've been even crying for the senior team, even the Harambee Stars, to do that. But you can see what the transition is really doing. And you can see how the girls that are being brought in, the new girls that are being brought in, what they're doing in the pitch.
So I don't like mourning during harusi, during wedding. So I don't want to go to the issues of allowances and all that. But there's something that Mona Halima said, Dogo, and Swida, you remember, that 2016 I covered Dogo. She was playing for St. John's Kaloleni, and she didn't go for the WAFCON in Cameroon because she was sitting for her KCSE. So this time round, she was the one who was speaking after the match. She was saying something that actually really lifted our spirits. She was asked, how are you feeling? She said, we are feeling nothing yet, because we want to make sure we have won in Gambia, away to Senegal, so that we can talk about it. And this is the spirit, because sometimes you can celebrate too early and you bottle it. Absolutely. Because you look at the Gambians need 2 goals. And if you saw before we settled in the game, that first goal they scored because they scored first, and the team was a little bit unsettled. So I want to believe that the message that Dogo was passing, that the team is supposed to be calm, know that it is not done until it is done, so that we don't bottle it at this stage. Because everybody is excited, we are believing it's going to happen, but you have to keep your heads, calm to make sure that you get it.
Coach Beldin and the girls, we rally behind you, but stay grounded, stay your feet on the ground, focus on the game. 90 minutes means a lot to an expectant football nation. And to the question of the day, we are asking you, how should the sports sector honor the legacy of the enigma, Raila Amolo Odinga? We want to hear your thoughts. How should the sports sector honor the legacy of former Premier Raila Amolo Odinga? 22422, the SMS line. Hashtag Sporty Monday. You can also access at Citizen TV Kenya at Isaac Swila. We'll be sampling some of them during this broadcast, so keep them coming. Tributes continue to pour in as